You are listening to Moondance, Book 1 of the Bloodbound series by Amy Blankenship and R.K. Melton. Read to you by K.B. Stanford.
Chapter 1. Angeles National Forest is home to the dangerous cougars and imported jaguars that roam the vast forest. Sometimes, on clear nights, their numbers grow for a little while as the L.A. were-animals, or shifters as folklore has come to know them, roam the untamed land among their distant cousins. It's those nights that the real animals hunker down in their dens, while the predators from the city invade their territory long enough to hunt, or, on rare occasion, settle fights that can't be settled on human turf. There's nothing more vicious than when those shifters fight and, if one of them are injured, they become just as dangerous to humans as their animal counterparts. To protect the humans they live among, shifter disputes, when possible, are always done out of the range of those humans, and the best place is deep within their native hunting grounds. Tonight, the forest became hauntingly quiet as the two owners of the biggest club within the city entered the untamed land, stripping the clothes from their backs to let their inner beast run free. Tonight, they were hunting for the grave of a vampire that could destroy them both. Deep within the forest where no humans could hear them, Malachi, the leader of a small jaguar clan, sprinted through the darkness toward his adversary. A man he should have never trusted over his best friend. His target was another shifter, this one with the blood of the cougar running through his veins, Nathaniel Wilder, his business partner for the last 30 years. Malachi broke into the clearing to find Nathaniel standing there, waiting on him in human form. Taking a couple steps forward, it was like walking from one form into another as Malachi reverted back to his human shape. Both of them were lethal no matter which form they shifted into. As humans, they were both athletic with steely muscles tensed under soft skin. Shifters were slow to age, and both men barely looked past 30, even though they were well into their 50s. Had this been a Hollywood movie, it would have taken several minutes to be grossly changed, but this was reality, and there were no drooling monsters in this clearing. Nudity was nothing to a shifter, and the moon beamed down like a spotlight through a break in the storm clouds above them. "It doesn't have to come to this," Nathaniel said as he held his ground while trying to talk reason into his friend. "Listen to me! It was 30 years ago, and things have changed. I have changed."
30 years worth of lies!
Malachi thundered, his voice echoing in the clearing. His gaze trailed to the spot he'd buried Cain, and he felt the sting of moisture gather in his eyes.
Because of you, I bound Cain to the dirt. Because of you, I have forsaken him for 30 years.
I can't let you dig him up, Malachi. You know what will happen if you do. Nathaniel watched nervously as Malachi gazed longingly upon the grave of the man that had once been his best friend. He'd never understood it. Cain was a vampire, and dangerous. Cain had also been one of the two things standing in the way of the partnership forming between the jaguars and the cougars. Cain and Malachi's beautiful, deceitful, cheating wife, Carlotta. Nathaniel had loved her first. He hadn't meant for it to turn out this way. In the end, Nathaniel had taken care of the problem in a jealous rage, killing 2 birds in one foul swoop.
He was my best friend and never betrayed me. You were the one who stabbed me in the back.
Malachi blinked back the tears of fury as he reached up and touched the earring he was wearing. Cain's earring. What had he done? When he'd found Cain bent over his dead wife, he'd paused in confusion until Nathaniel had confirmed Cain as the murderer. She'd died right here in this field, so he'd thought it only right to bind Cain to this land, in this soil. He'd even stolen Cain's spellbook and used it against him for revenge. Yeah, Nathaniel was right about one thing. Most vampires were evil, but there were a
Sample complete. Ready to continue?